In essence, as far as the Proudfoot company is concerned, not many people know about us. We are a public company. We're traded on the London Stock Exchange. We do a little over $200 million a year. We take 2% of that for charitable contributions to the various communities. Our business is in 29 countries on 5 continents. We are made up of 38 nationalities. I think one of the things we've been interested in since we've relocated to really our worldwide operating headquarters down here in Florida some 3 years ago. We want to become involved in the community. As you may or may not know, the world's going to be a lot different in the next 10 years. You all weren't around when a lot of people made decisions back in the late 50s, both in the United States, Canada, Europe, certain parts of Asia, Japan, Australia, where they were afraid of the population. And a lot of governments even put incentive programs in to reduce population. Well, it all worked. Because since 1986, the number of young people going in to high schools, graduating, going on to college, has been on a decline and will continue to decline until 97. The other side of the coin, you take old people like myself, we're retiring faster and earlier. There's going to be a tremendous shortage in the labor market out there. We think it's part of our responsibility to help those kids that don't have the wherewithal to go out and provide a college education. We're going to put some strings on it, and that is, you got to maintain a passing average. You must maintain, good conduct, discipline, and so forth. We're going to try to encourage you by the time you get through and graduate. We can talk into spending at least 20% of your time for the next 4 or 5 years going back and working in a community with people like yourselves. And if you do that, we'll hold up our end. Yeah. I don't know what else I need to explain. I'm going to let Bill talk about the foundation and how we're going to set it up if he ever gets here. We are going to, each year, and this year we got started late, but we really like to send about 12 young people to school every year. And we're going to set up a foundation that will be called the Alexander Proudfoot Foundation for Disadvantaged, I guess it's financial children. And we'll have one here, and for whatever it's worth, part of the companies that the Proudfoot company owns is Philip Crosby and Associates, which is the largest quality management company in the world. It's over $100 million. And we're going to be setting up similar programs in Orlando and in some of the other countries around the world. So we hope someday one of you are going to replace me or whoever's in my spot. And the timing is perfect because I'm done. And as we promised you, Mr. Bill Frank, who's the fellow that pulled this together, we'll now turn it over to him. Bill is president of our U.S. company.
Where are we here?
We're right here. You're going to explain the foundation, the goals, and if we get
Okay. Thanks, Tom. Sorry. Welcome. Welcome. Hello to everybody. Sorry I'm late, but we had a little situation this morning that I had to take care of, which is part of working for our company. Several months ago, Tom called me and said that we wanted to try to set up a foundation to really deal with helping young students pursue advancement in education. And if you take a look at the Alexander Proudfoot Company, education has always played a key role in our work with our clients. Today we're seated here in our Productivity College, and this is where we teach executives from around the United States skills necessary to learn to manage their businesses better, manage productivity and quality. And education has been a part of our heritage for our 45 years of existence. Our belief has always been that education is key in building, is a key building block in the development of people, and you all have really demonstrated it's important in your development. And we also believe that education is critical to the future success of our country. We're deeply concerned about the educational condition of our country and deeply committed to its improvement. We feel that it's crucial for the private sector to shoulder more of the responsibility in the development of alternative methods of financing college education for economically disadvantaged students like yourselves. And in fact, we're going to challenge other businesses in Palm Beach County to expand their programs in order to start shouldering more of this responsibility. Typically, when we think of scholarships, scholarships frequently go to the best. It goes to the best athletes, goes to the best people in math, the best in science. And there are some scholarships available today for economically disadvantaged or kids that aren't necessarily the best. But as a result of all the efforts, there are still a lot of young people like yourselves that could make very major, significant contributions to society, that could improve your lives, that get left behind because you don't have the financial wherewithal to pursue a higher education. And like yourselves, these are the students that we're trying to reach with our program and through our foundation. People who have demonstrated success in school, as you have. People who have demonstrated success in their personal lives, and in many of your cases, overcoming tremendous difficult obstacles to be able to get through school and continue living a good life, but who, for whatever reason, didn't receive any financial support that would have allowed you to continue your education. You're the people that we want to reach with our program. Our commitment is to provide people like yourselves full scholarships to institutions in the state of Florida, in the Florida state system, which will include room and board, tuition, and books, through what we hope is a full caseload towards a bachelor's degree in the field of your choice. Our goal is, in addition to helping people like yourselves continue their education, is to challenge other organizations in Palm Beach County to expand their programs, support the needs of our young students throughout the county, and we hope we'll use this as a springboard as we're involved around the United States, throughout the United States. So that's a little bit about the Proudfoot Foundation. First, I'd like to introduce and congratulate, and what we'd like you to do is come up, and we'd just like to hear a little bit from you about your reaction to the award and how you feel about it. Myron Cooper. Myron? Great. Come on around over here. You're going to stand up here and be nervous like I am, right? You don't mind if I talk a little bit about you, do you?
No.
Because I think it's important that that each of you, that your stories get a little bit told. If I don't have something exactly right, you let me know, okay?
Okay.
Myron was raised by his grandmother, who has provided for his upbringing on Social Security payments. You were the victim of a gunfight when you were 7 years old, I believe, and lost your eye. He refers to the loss as a nuisance. I don't know that I would be quite that strong. Instead of becoming an angry person, he has become a warm, caring, personable individual, according to his guidance counselor. He's a leader and a positive model for younger children. His education goal is to study engineering, and you've been accepted at the University of Florida. Is that correct? Congratulations.
Well, I believe as most of us recipients of this award were unusual or unfamiliar with the Proudfoot company, because personally I did not know of Proudfoot, but it was brought to me by one of my counselors, Mrs. Nancy Fredon, who I'm very grateful to at this point in time. And hopefully Proudfoot will be proud of me as I search and as I go forward towards my goal in the field of engineering. I'm not sure exactly which field of engineering, but I will be in that field, and I'm very proud and happy that I am a recipient of this, and I will do my best to fulfill what you all expect of me, and I will do my best as far as the community is concerned to help out others and to also familiarize them with Proudfoot and let them know of Proudfoot and their works. And I'm gratefully thankful to all of you. Thank you.
I probably know Victoria just a little bit better than the other students, because I guess on the day that we decided the awards, we found out that Victoria had suffered a tragedy in your family. And I think it really speaks well for her. She's maintained a 3.46 grade point average despite significant hardships, not the least of which that her mother was very seriously ill and just passed away a week and a half ago. And her father's business has faced some recent setbacks to the point where Victoria wouldn't have been able to go to college. Despite taking care of her seriously ill mother and the business problems with her father, she's been active on the student council, the Key Club, many of their activities, and her church organization. And she's been accepted to Florida State University. And you're going to hopefully be a doctor. Medicine, where you'll be contributing back. Congratulations, Victoria.
I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you for awarding me the scholarship to attend Florida State University. This award is only a dream for many people and still has not become a reality to me. As far back as I can remember, I've always had to struggle with my mother's alcoholism, my parents' divorce, my brother's emotional well-being, and now the recent death of my mother has caused me to struggle throughout my childhood. I could have never imagined something like this would have happened to me. There is an old saying, there's a light at the end of every tunnel, and I feel this is a light for my family. I have many goals set for myself that I hope to obtain in my future. Through my journey in life, I have learned that with determination, hard work, and dedication that I can accomplish those goals that I have set. As I search deep down, I cannot even find enough words to thank you all for what you have done for me. I look forward to my days at Florida State University with great anticipation and a strong desire to move on to the next stage of my life. I am so grateful that you have given me this chance of a lifetime that will never be forgotten. Thank you.
Veronica Bedford. This is great for the names and all the faces. Veronica, you've been accepted to Florida A&M, right?
Yes.
Great. She's demonstrated herself to be an excellent role model for students, and she's spent a great deal of time in the school's guidance office helping other students explore opportunities in which they can improve their lives. Holds a 3.75 grade point average and was ranked 27th in your class. And we hope that as you come back on your vacations from school, that you will continue your work with other students in terms of helping them. Congratulations, Veronica.
This scholarship will allow me to realize a long-awaited goal. Going to college has been a dream of mine for as long as I can remember. This dream has now been made a reality. Education is crucial in order to survive in today's world. A high school diploma plays a very big part in this survival technique, but in some places and organizations, it is no longer sufficient. I'm grateful, and I will always be grateful to Alexander Proudfoot Corporation for giving me this chance. For me, college represents a bigger and brighter future. Once I have attained my degree, I hope to help another deserving student to attend college. In essence, this scholarship represents a future for me. When becoming financially able to, I intend to give someone else this chance. Besides representing a future for me, this scholarship also represents a valuable asset for the youth of today and tomorrow, which is education. Thank you.
According to her guidance counselor, and this was written by the guidance counselor, throughout this emotionally devastating experience, Crystal maintained, your father dying, maintained a 3.2 grade point average and graduated with vocational honors. And where are you going to school?
Florida Atlantic.
Florida Atlantic. Great. Well, congratulations, Crystal.
Receiving the scholarship is very important to me. It will give me the opportunity to fulfill my hopes and dreams of becoming a certified public accountant. I would like you to know that this act of generosity will not go unappreciated. I only hope that one day I may do the same for others who have the potential and determination to succeed and only need someone to help them achieve their goals. There are not enough words to describe what this scholarship means to me, so I will simply say thank you.
Marcia Norfolk. Marcia is well known for being highly motivated and for overcoming many adverse circumstances in order to achieve academically. You've worked throughout high school, is that right? Has maintained a 2.95 grade point average and is a member of the school's business club. And where are you going to school? A&M? Well, congratulations. Have a great day.
Besides being very nervous, I would like to thank everyone for giving me the chance to continue my education. Being the eldest of 4 and living with my mother, who was unemployed, I never thought that I would be able to continue and go to college. Also having a child, which is now 4, I never thought anything would be possible, like going to school and working at the same time. I've learned to overcome all of these obstacles and keep my head up, thinking that everything will be okay. And thanks to my occupational specialist, Mr. Harris, he helped me out a lot by looking out for me and told me to keep my grades up, and he'll take care of everything else. And I would like to thank him. And Alexander Proudfoot organization for giving me this chance. Very grateful.
Kimberly Tumbleson. Kimberly lives with, did your mother just pass? You live with your mother? Kimberly lives with her mother in what is described as few resources. However, she has worked hard on behalf of the school yearbook, student government, and other school club activities. While contributing greatly to the school, Kimberly contributed her grades with a 3.0. I can tell you, I never make grades like that. And her reputation as being grades discipline was never one of my high marks, so still not. And she's well known as being responsible and a deserving person. Where are you going to school?
University of Florida.
University of Florida. Well, congratulations, Kimberly.
I was on my way to Ocala Monday, but I just can't tell you how proud my parents are of me, and everyone in my school. I did know that I was going to be able to go to college, but I can go to University of Florida much sooner now. I can't thank this company enough, and giving 20% of my time is nothing. I'd give my life. I can't say how much I appreciate this and all that they've made possible for me. I planned to major in education. I felt this was a way that I could give back what the school's given to me. I had a hard time switching schools. I went to Forest Hill, and to switch to Wellington was very difficult for me because I had a lot of pride for Forest Hill, and I felt the only way to get adjusted was to become involved and help the school. I was on a lot of committees to try to make Wellington a better school. A lot of the students weren't real proud of it, and I just am glad that I was there to help some people along. And I just want to thank my guidance counselor. She didn't tell me until Friday, the last day of school, and the last day of my school, and she called me down to the office, and I had no idea what was going on. I didn't know what it was to get that called into your guidance counselor on the last day is pretty scary. I knew I was going to pass, but I didn't have any idea what it was for, and she had told me, and the whole office knew, and they all broke down before they could get it out. And then I broke down, and then we had the whole office breaking down, and so you can tell how emotional I've made everyone. I'm sorry. I just want to thank everyone for making this possible.
Craig Bodie. How are you?
All right.
Nice to meet you. We have a little history here on you. Craig comes from a one-parent family and is described as a student with a big heart. Craig ended his high school academics ranked 79th out of 482. That's 85th percentile. And is a member of the We Help Others Club. Is that right? Spends several hours a week helping mentally and physically handicapped children at Royal Palm School, which is really a very nice thing. Craig has been quoted as saying, "As a black student with many drugs in my neighborhood, I decided to turn on to education rather than drugs." You're going where to school? FMU. Congratulations.
I would like to thank Proudfoot for giving me this opportunity to extend my education further than just high school. I would like to thank my counselor who helped me along the last 4 years because I actually did want to go to college, but I didn't think I could because I wasn't sure if my mom or myself could put myself through. So I'd like to thank them, and I am sure that I will help Proudfoot in any way that I can once I get out of college to help other underprivileged or people who can't go to college because they're on their own pay. That's what I can say.
Don't worry about it. And last, I'm not going to do a great job of this, and you'll be patient with me. Butavi Luangios. Come up, please. Help. I have a tough enough name, trouble with my own name sometimes. Bhutanvi is a student who, in addition to a full-time class load, you've been supporting an ailing parent, right? Her recommendations to us came on the basis of a well-rounded academic, social, and personal performance and motivation to succeed. She is listed in the 89-90 Who's Who among high schools. And where are you going to school? Florida Atlantic. Congratulations.
First of all, I'd like to thank Mr. Harris, and then Dr. Crutchfield, and the Alexander Proudfoot Scholarship Company. What the Alexander Proudfoot Scholarship means to me, it means being able to pursue a higher education for myself. Without this scholarship, all this would not be possible. Before not knowing about the scholarship, my plans were to get a job and pay for my own education, which was to attend Palm Beach Community College for 2 years and whatever happens after that. I cannot ask my parents for the money due to lack of finances in the family. Then on top of all the bills, my mom was put in the hospital for almost a month, which added up to approximately $48,000. Of course, she had insurance, but the remaining was still a large amount. As you can see, this scholarship is greatly appreciated and is a great help. It can turn my whole life around, and I will not abuse it. Thank you.
But I'd just like to, tell you a couple of things. Education's never over. Education is a lifetime process. You watch Mr. Bujoe, who the living star of that movie is sitting back there, right there in his own right. That is Mr. Bujoe, who is in that film. And we want you to know that we educate, executives of the corporations, and they come in and say, yes, I, need to continue to learn. And that's what's great about life. We can just always be learning something. It makes life exciting in each chapter. Like you didn't know this was going to happen until the very last moment, but it did not make you stop trying or stop achieving. And we just want you to write down that, across the top of your paper that we are family. We're going to watch you. Education, I think it was Benjamin Franklin, one of the great men, said, education is a better safeguard for liberty than a standing army. And you think about that. We love this country, and as you're living through exciting times when all of the examples of closed societies are coming down, the walls are all coming down around all these countries, you're going to be there to contribute. And as you've been told, Alexander Proudfoot is a company in many, many nations, and we're basically, the world's getting smaller and smaller. And your responsibility that goes with this, I'm so thrilled to witness your sharing with us that, yes, you're going to show others that it is possible in this land of opportunity and hope, that if you continue to do your very best, that you will be recognized. And life is a gift of service. And we want you to know that you can multiply and continue to tell others about what can be done if you continue to excel. So we don't want you to go out there and really have too much perspiration, but education is a lot of perspiration and study and excelling, a lot of competition out there. Companies, if you read the Wall Street Journal, you'll see every day companies struggling. Bill and I were talking about it yesterday on the plane, how reorganizations and all these new companies are coming up from other companies, names that we didn't see before, now the big leaders, and it's all worldwide. And so this is a great opportunity, and it's a chance in life that a lot of things are changing. You'll be on the cutting edge because you're going to have that degree, and hopefully if you get that degree with the kind of honors you got out of high school, you'll go on and get another degree, and then you'll be back in here and teaching our CEOs what life is all about. So we're looking forward to sharing with you your successes and your pains and the emotion of changing and developing into wonderful contributors in a country that allows us to become whatever you want to become. That's the dream and the hope of all countries, to be like America, where your ideals and your hopes can be realized if you indeed will have the time, take the time and the trouble to do those things which make you be recognized. And I'm thrilled to be associated with a company like Alexander Proudfoot, who you witnessed in the movie was a real person. And I like his name, I like his style. I never did get to meet him, but I think it's wonderful to remember that. And it's fun to have been in public service all my adult life, and now be involved in quality management, productivity management, all the things that will put us on the cutting edge of the future.
Once in a lifetime, a corporation will come to a school district and offer to do something that's way above and beyond what has been done before, and that's exactly what Mr. Bill Frank did. He called our office and asked me to come in and talk with him about the possibility of awarding scholarships to students in Palm Beach County. They were at first going to offer 4 scholarships to any state-supported institution. These scholarships would include tuition, room, board, and books. When we got applicants together for them, we presented 8 to them, and they couldn't narrow it down to 4. So they've awarded 8 scholarships to students in Palm Beach County. This process began in May, and the scholarships were awarded in June. I would like to, on behalf of the board, present a certificate to Mr. Frank. Would you come forward, Mr. Frank? For the record, the certificate reads, the School Board of Palm Beach County presents the Certificate of Appreciation to the Alexander Proudfoot Company in recognition of valuable and outstanding support of the School Board of Palm Beach County, its students, and its employees. And we thank you for all
Thank you very much, Paula. That's a real surprise. Thank you. On behalf of Alexander Proudfoot, I accept this proudly, but I'm really going to accept it on behalf of the students that we're sending to college this fall, and hopefully for years to come, all the rest of the students whose lives will be able to impact even just a little bit. Briefly, Proudfoot has had as its part of our foundation a strong belief in education, a belief that has permeated our 45 years of existence and our relationships with our client. We also believe that corporations have a responsibility, a corporate responsibility to its community, and as such, linking that responsibility to our principles, we decided the best way to fulfill that responsibility was to provide educational opportunities for children. So our first objective was to identify young adults who can make a contribution to society if they were given a chance to further their education, but for whatever reasons, economically weren't going to be able to attend college. Young adults who had made a contribution to their high school period and who could benefit best from an opportunity to advance their educational goals. And so our first goal was to identify these young adults, and we've been very fortunate and been able to award 8 scholarships to young people to attend college this fall. But we also have a second goal, and that second goal in a lot of ways is as important as the first goal. And that second goal is to really challenge corporate America to shoulder more of the responsibility for the education of our youth. We feel very strongly that the educational system of America today needs maximum support, and we feel that that support can't come from the government any longer, but must come from us. So our second goal is to, in fact, challenge other corporations to follow programs like this, and we hope in the future feel as good about what they've done as what we've done. But the real stars of this evening aren't us. It's the young people who are going to be attending college this fall. The scholarship, by the way, is I guess in the terminology, is a full boat. I've heard it described. It's tuition, room and board, and books at any Florida State system university. So with that, I'd like to just present our scholarship winners. There are only a few of them here this evening. Most of them are off enjoying their summer break before they go to school and where they're going to be hard at work. So first, we've got Crystal Baker, who's been accepted to Palm Beach Community. And I guess if you're here, you could come up, please. Myron Cooper. Florida Atlantic. Okay, it was either one of the two. Myron Cooper. University of Florida. Veronica Bedford, I don't know if she's here this evening. Veronica will be going to Florida A&M. Kimberly Tumpleson, is Kimberly here? She's going to be going to University of Florida. Victoria Swirls. She's been accepted at Florida State. Craig Bodie, I don't believe he's here. I didn't see Craig. He's going to Florida A&M. Marcia Nolfolk, who is going to Florida State. And finally, the one I had very much trouble with in the other presentation, Butavi Luenziota, who's going to Florida State as well. So these are our candidates, and we look forward to seeing you all again next year to present another 8 candidates. Thank you.